If you cry easily, you've probably been told there's something wrong with you, that you're too sensitive, that you overreact, that you should calm down or toughen up. And maybe after hearing that enough times, you started to believe it. But here's what psychology actually says. Crying easily is not emotional weakness. It's not immaturity. And it's not a lack of control. For many people, it's a sign of a nervous system that processes emotion deeply and honestly. And once you understand how your brain is wired, you'll realize your tears aren't a problem to fix. They're a signal your body knows exactly what it's doing. Why crying feels automatic for you. Let's start with something most people never learn. Crying is not a loss of emotional control. It is a regulatory response. In other words, it's something your nervous system does to keep you balanced. Neuroscience shows that emotional tears release stress hormones. Your body isn't breaking down when you cry. It's discharging pressure. Now here's where things get interesting. Not everyone's nervous system releases stress the same way. Some people release it through anger, some through distraction, some through shutting down, and some, like you, release it through tears. That doesn't make you weaker. It means your system doesn't wait until stress becomes unbearable. It releases early. This is the first reason you cry easily. Your threshold for emotional processing is lower. And that's not a defect.
You feel first, others feel later.
Psychologists call this heightened emotional reactivity. Your brain responds more quickly to emotional input. Not just sadness, but empathy, beauty, tension, and meaning. You don't just notice when something feels off. Your body reacts to it immediately. A tone change, a shift in energy, a moment in a movie that hits you but not others. For you, emotion doesn't stay abstract. It becomes physical. And when emotion becomes physical, tears are simply the outlet. This is where many people get it wrong. They think you're overreacting to small things, but what's actually happening is that you're reacting fully to things others only partially process.
This is why you recover faster than you think.
Here's something rarely talked about. People who cry more easily often process emotions faster, not slower. They feel deeply, but they don't suppress. Suppression doesn't make emotion disappear, it just stores it. Your system doesn't store emotion well, it moves it, and yes, that can feel inconvenient in the moment, but long-term it's protective. Many people who don't cry carry emotional tension for years. You release it in minutes. That's not fragility, that's circulation.
Why society mislabels your tears.
So why is crying treated like a problem? Because modern culture rewards emotional silence. We praise people who hold it together. We admire composure, productivity, and emotional restraint. Crying interrupts that rhythm. It slows things down. It reminds people of feelings they've learned to ignore. So instead of asking why someone cries, society asks them to stop. But evolution didn't design tears by mistake. In early human groups, emotional expressors served a function. They noticed tension early. They signaled loss, danger, and disconnection. A group without emotional signalers would miss critical warnings. Your tears are not noise. They're data.
You're not fragile. You're responsive.
This is an important distinction. Fragile things break under pressure. Responsive systems adapt to it. You are responsive. You don't armor yourself emotionally. You stay open, and openness comes with a cost. You reach emotional capacity sooner when you suddenly need quiet, space, or solitude. That's not weakness. That's your system recalibrating. Most people don't need to stop because they never fully feel. You stop because you do. The real issue is environment, not emotion. Psychology describes something called differential sensitivity. Some people are minimally affected by their environment. Others are deeply shaped by it. You are the second kind. In chaotic, invalidating, or emotionally unsafe spaces, you struggle more. But in supportive environments, you don't just function, you thrive. If you've spent years trying to toughen up, you weren't failing. You were adapting to the wrong conditions. You don't need to cry less. You need safety more.
What actually helps and what doesn't.
Here's what doesn't help. Shaming yourself, forcing emotional suppression, trying to become less sensitive. Here's what does. Boundaries, recovery time, emotional honesty. Choosing environments that don't punish expression. You don't regulate by becoming numb. You regulate by honoring limits.
Nothing is wrong with you.
So the next time tears come quickly, don't panic. Don't apologize internally. Remember this: your nervous system is not malfunctioning. It's responding exactly as designed. In a world that values emotional silence, your ability to feel openly is not embarrassing. It's rare. And when you learn to protect that sensitivity instead of fighting it, it stops feeling like a weakness and starts feeling like clarity.